All right. Are you working? All right. Okay. So I am currently loading up XCOM 2. I'm going to try to continue. Well, are you loading or not? Huh. Well, we're having some calibration issues. Well, okay. If you're not going to work, let's try this. Come on. You can do it, computer. Apologize for the delay. The computer is considering starting XCOM 2, and so far it's saying no. Ah, there we go. Okay. So things have been going decently well so far. Lost a few soldiers. Just take your time, game. It's cool. So it's either frozen or it's almost done loading. And I can't tell which one most of the time. There we go. All right. So we have improved assault rifles. We're 1 day away. We're building the Psi Lab, getting that working. We need to do the Shadow Chamber sometime. I'm going to wait until I have all of my my lab work done, though. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in East Asia have brought us reports of activity that we may wish to investigate. Actually...
You would seize upon the Elders' creations, but your attempts at hindering their vision will only mean minor delays in the unyielding march towards eternity.
Let's actually...
Facility upgraded.
Get Matt Murdock working with Tony Stark. I'll speed up our research considerably. Okay. Oh, We were working on our supply drive.
Avenger plotting new course.
The results of our breakthrough were quite fascinating.
Improved assault rifles. Research complete. Assign new research. Breakthrough successful and innovative new cartridge design came about the result of our recent breakthrough. All assault rifles now deal +1 damage. Okay, so we have all of these instants that we need to do, then we'll start working on something in the Shadow Room. Advent
These
milk
robotic
breakdown.
units developed by Advent seem to be wholly autonomous, capable of targeting and engaging selected units without reliance on external verification. Although it falls on me to work through the initial disassembly, I fully intend on involving Shen in this process, as her knowledge of robotics far outweighs my own.
Indeed.
Advent has legions of these mechanized units out there helping to keep the peace.
New item
As far
available.
as I can tell,
Gremlin
they're
Mark II.
fully automated and armed to the teeth.
New research available at Lyrium. New Proving Ground project available. Blue Screen Protocol. From our initial breakdown, I have to assume Advent mech design was at least in part based on the alien Sectopod, a similar autonomous war machine lacking in biological components. As far as I can tell, the Advent variant was supposed to be less intimidating, more suited for urban pacification, for peacekeeping operations, conducted in proximity to the civilian crowds. That facade only works because of the carefully designed weapon systems integrated throughout the machine. I don't think people would react so calmly if they knew about the micro-missile launching system linked to Advent's network, running facial recognition on the crowds at microsecond intervals. El Shen. Gremlin Mark II is an improved version of the standard Gremlin drone. Not only will it greatly increase the hacking stat of our specialists, but many specialist abilities improve their effectiveness, while the Gremlin becomes more advanced. Blue Screen Protocol. With a number of mechanized units Advent is available to throw at us, developing munitions capable of disabling them should be one of our higher priorities. Taigen suggested we look into disrupting their core operating system, and I agree. It's a good place to start. Let's get some more of this instant autopsies, huh? Advent Shieldbearer Autopsy. One Advent Shieldbearer corpse, instant. The Advent Shieldbearers are among the most heavily armored of the conventional alien forces. Once we've pulled the suit apart, I'm sure the engineering team will find some means of integrating these improvements into our own armor designs.
Physically, the Advent shield bearers are quite similar to the bulk of Advent's forces, in that they are the product of careful genetic engineering that generally mirrors the human form. Most of their unique qualities come from a difference in equipment and armor. Components I'm sure Shen would have an interest in examining.
Indeed.
These shield bearers are not all that dissimilar from their various Advent peers. Their armor is perhaps the most distinctive feature differentiating them.
New Proving Ground project available, experimental armor. Hell yeah, we're doing that. As is usually the case, our troops came up with a designation for this particular subject, currently known as the Shield Bearer. Initial indications are that it is tactically on par with Advent's other humanoid field units, with no particular mental or physical advantages over the officers or other units. The primary difference seems to lie in the armor suit itself, which is heavily reinforced with multiple layers of composite material woven from what I can only surmise to be some variation of alien alloys. I intend on leaving the metallurgy and structural analysis to Shen and her team, who will no doubt find a means of integrating her findings into various experimental armor concepts of our own. Our Taigen. New Proving Ground project available, experimental armor. Our autopsy of the Advent Shield Bearer gave us some ideas regarding new vest designs that, by incorporating recovered Illyrium cores, could increase soldier survivability in dramatic fashion. Get the rest of these instants out of the way before we start working on some more Shadow Chamber materials. Faceless Autopsy. Instant. At one time, the Thin Men were the most advanced infiltration units available to the aliens. Now, we face a species capable of mimicking the human form at will. If we come to understand how it is that they emulate it so effectively, Perhaps we could develop a tool to deceive them ourselves.
I am at a loss for words to describe the difficulties we have had in attempting to handle this creature, affectionately known as the Faceless, to our troops. The nebulous form of its physical structure, including a pliable, semi-solid outer layer, seems to be slowly degrading now that the creature has expired. There is also a pungent odor that only seems to grow stronger as time passes.
Oh, that's nice.
I've often wondered how the aliens could conceive of such a being. Is there another world out there, filled with these shape-shifting creatures? Or are they merely another construct of alien genetic tampering?
Now, Mimic Beacon is available. Early reports from the Resistance referencing an alien creature said to be capable of shape-shifting were initially dismissed by local cell leaders who attributed the sightings to combat stress and malnutrition. It wasn't until our own forces engaged with the creature that we successfully confirmed its existence. Surprisingly enough, the description of the creature from those early reports was quite accurate. With a varying height of up to 3 meters, the specimen currently referred to as the Faceless has one of the most unusual internal structures that I've ever encountered. Where one might expect to find a skeletal foundation, we instead see a series of malleable chitin-like structures, providing various points of expansion for several equally unusual fluid membranes. The membranes in question are responsible for the Faceless's extraordinary ability to mirror the form of a human. In recirculating key cellular combinations via the elaborate internal structure, the Faceless is capable of forming solid shapes while also mirroring colors and textures without physical sampling. As of yet, we've only seen evidence of the Faceless attempting to imitate humans, but not other species or inanimate objects. Whether or not this is a limitation of their genetic makeup or an intentional manipulation of their abilities by the aliens, we cannot say at this time. Our Tigan. Mimic Beacon generates a holographic decoy to draw enemy attacks for 1 turn. It's deployed like a grenade thrown to the site where the decoy will appear. 3 more autopsies to go. Instant autopsies, I mean. Muton autopsy. The aliens' primary shock troops are even more dangerous than when we faced them during the invasion. Our hope is that we can emulate their plasma-based explosives for our own purposes.
Central Officer Bradford has personally substantiated claims that the massive frontline unit they call the Muton was actually at one time even larger than the specimen I have before me today. As it is, the creature is abnormally warm to the touch for a corpse, and I must say, it is quite disconcerting. The aliens make a strong statement by fielding these massive creatures as their frontline combat units. I doubt they thought anyone would resist when faced with the alternative of staring down a Muton.
New item available, Advanced Grenade Launcher. New Proving Ground project available, Plasma Grenade. Having never seen any of the previous Muton variants personally, I can only go by the stories I've heard from Central Officer Bradford and others. As they say, the current breed is apparently on the smaller side, although considerably more agile than the originals. Internally, the subject maintains all the hallmarks of extensive genetic modification, with additional musculature and bone protecting the internal organs from any risk of direct contact. The aliens clearly spent a great deal of time and effort honing the abilities of the Muton as a front-line combat soldier. I had heard that our soldiers believed the Mutons to be part of a tribal society, at least originally, based on their unusual battle cries and markings seen on the field. Having finally gotten a closer look, I can confirm the presence of unusual scarification that could certainly be attributed to ritualistic behavior of some kind. Our Tigan. Advanced Grenade Launcher. Our Advanced Grenade Launcher uses magnetic technology to propel grenades further than our conventional launcher, and grants a larger effect radius to any launch projectiles. Plasma Grenade. In studying the aliens' more complex explosive ordnance, we concluded that the best means of advancing our own grenade designs was to scrap the conventional composition entirely. In its place, we've theorized that an Illyrium-based detonator could be the key to assembling a substantially more lethal and destructive weapon for our own troops. 2 more to go. Spectre and Viper. Known simply as the Spectre, The study of this being will no doubt lead to revolutions in its unnerving ability to conceal itself and move beyond the confines of a humanoid form.
Referred to by our troops in the field simply as a specter, it has so far been difficult to ascertain by what means this being is able to shift forms from a solid to gaseous state at will. I had theorized it could be a cloud of nanomachines, or perhaps even an insect swarm. However, those theories have proven false, while offering no new direction for my research.
New item available, retraction field. Despite having reviewed both reconnaissance footage and eyewitness accounts from our soldier in the field, until I had seen this specimen in person, I did not fully register just how unusual it is. Known colloquially as a specter, based on its shadowy form, in the field, the subject is most often seen maintaining a roughly humanoid form. However, when moving or engaging in combat actions, this form is quickly broken to reveal the truly amorphous nature of the specter. Although I'd conceived of a number of theories as to how this was taking place, e.g. swarming nanorobots, alien insects, perhaps even some form of psionic particle matrix, it isn't immediately clear that any of these hypotheses are out of the realm of possibility. As of yet, we've found no means of recovering one of these specters in their assembled form, leaving little evidence of their true composition. Although it would seem likely that the specter holds some intrinsic connection to the equally elusive Codex, their means of traveling our world are distinct enough to require a different approach if we hope to further our research. Our Tigan. Retraction field. Using material recovered from the remains of the alien specter, retraction field technology will allow the equipped soldier to instantly enter concealment. Dang. However, the field can only be used in combat once, and the device will be permanently removed from the soldier's inventory after activation. Ah, wow, okay. So basically it's a one-use shadow. The Viper autopsy. This creature is clearly reptilian in nature, that appears to not only be sentient, but also highly intelligent. Still, the underlying physiology is remarkably similar to a number of terrestrial species, including the venom sacs, which we might be able to synthesize and incorporate in some use of our medical supplies.
Although I would expect to be growing more accustomed to seeing the clear intermingling of both human and alien genetic material, I must admit, this reptilian creature with such distinctive human features is surprisingly unsettling. Invasion-era reports include references to a species with some reptilian qualities, but nothing as readily apparent as this. I find it unusual, to say the least, that the subject so often referred to in the past as the Thin Man has now been revealed to actually be a genetic derivative of this wholly reptilian creature.
I find it truly remarkable how adaptive some of the alien species' genetics are to the constant tweaks they are often subjected to. In the case of the Viper, a species once identified as the infiltration unit known as the Thin Man, the aliens have made a conscious reduction in their efforts to disguise its true form. Without the introduction of extensive human genetic material, the Viper reverts to a purely reptilian form, while apparently retaining the same intellect and combat aptitude. The Viper's snake-like form is in many ways similar to the legless reptiles we commonly encounter on Earth. The enhanced torso musculature allows for upright mobility, and the addition of two physically weak but capable arms allows for the handling of traditional weaponry. Of the many alien species our troops encounter in the field, I find the prospect of encountering an intelligent snake standing over 2 meters tall to be the most disturbing. Our Tigan. Battlefield medicine. The venom injected by the Viper into its victims is nasty stuff, capable of taking down even the biggest, toughest soldier. However, it also contains a number of enzymes that could be isolated for use in our medikits, greatly improving coagulation at wound sites. Okay. So we need to go to the Shadow Chamber. Leave anyway.
The Chosen, we have come to know as the Hunter, based on its history with the Reaper faction, seems to be the most indifferent, if not outwardly wistful of the Chosen. As to what it truly seeks, I cannot say. But unlike the majority of the Elder's creations, this hunter makes no effort to hide the disdain he holds for his masters.
Encrypted Codex data. Our intel efforts to delve into the Codex brain data have provided us with a sequence of map coordinates. However, we still have fragments of the data that the Codex attempted to destroy, which would imply the value of this data is far beyond what we've discovered so far. Alright. Progress normal. All right. Any recruits that I have to have? Thunderbolt Ross spends years of his life hunting the Hulk and hating Bruce Banner. Not interested. Overwatch, don't care. Bosher, David Johnson. XCOM Resistance. Hercules, son of Zeus. He came from an ancient Greek family during his lifetime. He fought with worthy family pride. Enduring exhausting labor sent him as a stepmother. Hercules became a legendary hero. Now all he had to do was party and show the Nasri invaders subdued Cretan Bull. Dark Mysterious Past, classified. Great Tinker with Machines. I feel like this may be Valkyria Chronicles. Hold on. Let me look this up, because it's bothering me. Ramsey Clement, I think, is Valkyria Chronicles. Yep. Okay. So I'm picking up Ramsey and Hercules, son of Zeus. Alright. Alright. Engineering. Okay, advanced grenade launcher and Gremlin Mark II need to happen. And Proving Ground. What can we get there? Battlefield Medicine requires an Elerium core, as does the Plasma Grade, as does Blue Screen Protocol, as is Experimental Armor. So I've used up all of my Elerium cores, so I just need to wait till I get another one. Okay. 9 days till we get the Psi Lab. Alright, we have finished picking up the supply drop. So what's next?
I was born of the Elder's own power, of their very essence, to serve as their greatest champion. For the gods have many children, but I am the true instrument of their will, and they instill in me an understanding of their gifts that none other can comprehend.
Commander, that UFO contact has us locked in. We have to take evasive maneuvers.
We have detected an alien UFO in close proximity to the Avenger. It is rapidly advancing toward our position. Time to intercept. 19 hours. Begin evasive
Setting
maneuvers.
course for the West African sector.
Someone get me a damage report.
We've got a problem.
Only one?
They've just dropped some sort of spike outside. It's generating the same type of pulse that knocked us out of the sky.
They don't want us. They want the ship. Isn't there some way you can override it?
Not from here. I can't get our engines online while it's out there.
Commander, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Destroying that spike is our only chance at getting out of here. We can't let the aliens take this ship. We're going down, Commander. UFO contact has disabled our systems. Brace yourselves.
Avengers under attack and must be defended at all costs. Ready your troops, Commander.
Commander, we can deploy some of our wounded troops back into combat if you feel it's necessary. This operation is critical to our efforts. We may not have much of a choice if we want to proceed.
So Mayday and Tiger Lily. And Outrider and Valkyrie. No, Nick Fury, we're not going to make you fight while you're tired. Have a specialist. Have two of them. Two rangers. And let's put a sharpshooter in there. That meta kit. Flashbang will work. Tracer rounds need to go on the sharpshooter. Actually, let's give you the mind shield. Incendiary grenade sounds good. Valkyrie, we have the Skulljack. And Frost Bomb sounds good. Acid Grenade sounds good for you. Okay, let's go. need to take out that pulse beacon.
Menace 1-5, situation critical. Primary Avenger systems are offline and hostiles are moving to engage. Shen, any updates?
Commander, we've got a critical system failure. The Avenger is dead in the water. I'm diverting reserve power to the scanners, and they're picking up a powerful radiation source nearby. We need to locate and destroy whatever it is disrupting our systems.
We may have a bigger problem, Commander. We're picking up heavy comm traffic. Dozens of Advent transports are inbound on our position, and they've got battleships in tow. The aliens are sending everything they've got. We have to get this ship off the ground, or we may not make it out of this one.
I am trusting you.
Hold off. Hold off.
Moving to position. Got it covered.
You head right
Whatever
here
you say. Come get some.
and shoot.
Running and gunning.
Run and gun.
Already there.
These chrysalids seem a little smaller than I remember. Then again, it was never really their size we had to worry about.
True.
It's still up.
All right.
I will reposition. There is nowhere to hide. A patrol is upwind. Getting in close. 10-4. I know where you are.
Nice shot. Can I hit both of them? I cannot. I can, however, burn all of these things that are frozen.
I have sight beyond vision.
Commander, I'm sending reinforcements in from the Avengers reserves.
Oh, crap. Where did you come from?
Did you see that one?
Did. Good shot. Call him Dr. Dove.
Sure thing. I'm on it.
take this one down.
They're as weak as ever. I'll need to reload soon.
Shoot this one.
This weapon is empty. These hands are a
And
bit
reload.
clumsy.
Oh, we can get another one. All right. Get him close enough that when he burns, he's dead. Hold off. Yeah, take this one down.
Hostile terminated.
Yeah, go ahead and get that kill.
Accessing target.
Small intel cache sounds good. Get a little bit of feedback damage, but we get the kill. So it's worth it.
It's blocking me out. Took some damage here.
And you're now captain. Well done.
We have nothing to fear.
Gonna need to reload soon.
Target neutralized. Moving out. You will never hide from me. I found their patrol.
Menace 1-5, we have visual confirmation on the disruptor. Destroy it, and let's get the hell out of here before it's too late.
Ah, can't quite make it.
My life is in your hands.
Get it together.
I think I need some help.
You go ahead and just get right here. Can I hit both of them? Ah, they're just out of range for me to hit both. Okay. Well, fine.
Ah, the open spaces, the fresh air. I'm their target now. I'm almost out of ammo.
Should be able to take him down. Oh, you didn't quite get him. Really close, though.
Heading out. Miles away.
His armor's gone.
I'm on it. Negative ammo. I'm spent. On the move. Hard target, minimal damage. Possible intel located. Target eliminated. As you order, Commander. Soon our prey will fall.
Exterior plate holding.
I'm hit!
Commander, I'm sending reinforcements in from the Avengers reserves.
Nessun problema.
I go where I'm needed. The shadows fail us.
Absolutely.
Pick up an advanced stock.
Item in tow.
Nice shot.
By the numbers.
He is now a major. Take it.
You know that was good. Let's do this!
Let me be honest. She needs that bad. This shit's going down where she's at. It says all hostile targets. Would it work on an robot? Well, let's find out.
Close your eyes!
If you want them to die, I'll have to reload.
Hostile terminated. Weapons burning ammo, fast! Keep going.
Yeah, get her out of there.
I will reposition.
Moving to position. I might need some help! I'm taking fire here! Protect our flanks. This is burning out of control! Commander, we can't let the alien troops get access to the Avengers systems. If they have the original command codes, they could initiate a full shutdown of the power core. If that happens, there's no way we're getting off the ground before they overrun us. Running and gunning! Roger that. Let's rock. Stick and move.
shot.
Target eliminated.
I'm reloading. It feels good to move around.
Heading out. Armor still holding.
Come in.
Tra poco devo ricaricare.
I'm on the move. Locked and loaded. Seems doable.
Go, patch him up. Not a problem.
Commander, there's no way for me to get the engines back online now. We're dead in the water. There's nothing else I can do.
XCOM headquarters destroyed. Critical failure. The enemy has overrun XCOM's headquarters. Is no longer capable of fighting the alien invasion. I think that's game over. We lose. Wish they had explained what they were talking about a little bit better. I would have thrown everything I had at that thing if I had realized that it was like one turn and it's over. Well, that was fun. On to the next thing. On to the next game. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful